Thank you for clicking this clip from BotCast. We release new episodes of the podcast every Tuesday morning and Saturday night on Spotify. Thank you for watching. Find us there. Whatever's going on with the receivers in Pittsburgh. I don't know.
If you picked Claypool this week, you
You're
won.
happy.
It's like pick
Deontay
the
and
receiver.
Pickens both look good. It didn't happen on the field, you know?
Yeah.
Pickens did have that really sick attempt at a touchdown. They got called back, but I think you just keep starting all three if you have to. You don't they're not must starts, but they're can starts.
Yeah.
That's what I would say about them. Any last words on Pittsburgh and Philly?
I'm still probably my favorite one is probably gonna be Deontay
Yeah, me too.
out of the three.
It'll probably go
Just because of all the volume.
Deontay, Pickens, Claypool to me.
Yeah.
But Claypool has a
Claypool's touchdown.
right.
He has a big old. Yeah, he's a lot of upside.
Okay, so we have Tennessee and Houston. Malik Willis, 2.4 points. Hope you didn't start Malik Willis. And Mills, he's just, Davis Mills. I don't know what to say about him. He's okay. He didn't look great this week against a smash matchup. He hasn't looked great this year. If he's your quarterback too, you're panicking. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, going into the season, you felt decent about Mills. Right now, it's like fuck.
Yep. You want him to be your quarterback 3 at this point, I think.
Yeah, Houston also is 1-5.
And they get Philly.
I think they're gonna replace a quarterback soon.
All right, running back wise, Derrick Henry, 32 carries, 219 yards, 2 touchdowns. He's literally the owner of the Texans. So, yeah, Derrick Henry must start every week. How about Pierce, though? Not bad. 15 carries, 35 yards, 3 catches on 5 targets, 16 yards, and a touchdown. So, not great, but he got the 5 targets and the touchdown, and 15 carries.
It's great to see. It's great to see him taking off like this. He's running back 14 in PPR right now.
And you notice Mr. Rex Burkhead was non-existent, so he's basically the guy now.
Yeah, you love to see that.
You imagine a game where one receiver caught a pass for the Titans, and it was Robert Woods, and he caught 2 passes on 2 targets for 28 yards and fumbled one of the 2 passes that he caught.
Wow. Except Robert Woods.
Mm-hmm. He's the only receiver that caught a pass for the Titans. They won. They won the game.
Yeah, that's crazy. So when I said I hated the Titans offense and I hate it because it's boring as fuck, they're 5-2 right now. It's insane to me. They put in Willis. I'm like, oh, maybe it'll actually be kind of exciting.
It's Derrick Henry and no one else.
That's it. I think they're taunting me every week. I'm like, they can't just keep giving this man the ball fucking 20 times, 22 times. They're
Surprise,
like, okay,
motherfucker.
Here's 28. Okay, here's 30. I'm like, dude, 30 carries? Are you kidding me? They come out and give him the ball 32 times.
I don't think there's anything else to talk about, really. Brandon Cooks might get traded. That's something to talk about.
That'd be interesting.
There's no tight end. There's no receiver beyond Brandon Cooks. There is nothing. This game sucks. Let's move on. Washington and Indy. We have Heineke. Oh, my God. This is the other game that wouldn't end, dude. No, this isn't it. No, never mind. This is decent. Antonio Gibson, 7 targets, dude. 7 targets with a touchdown for Antonio Gibson. How are you feeling about Gibby, man? Brian Robinson only got 8 carries. Gibson had 7.
Yeah, I really like it. For
Is
Antonio
he back?
Gibson. I hope so.
Is he back? I think he's the better player. And if he gets the passing game work with around 10 carries, he'll be super valuable for PPR.
Yeah, he's been sneaky. He's been holding some sneaky PPR value. He's had definitely some off weeks there in the middle.
Running back 15 in PPR.
Yeah.
I love it. I love to see Gibson getting a chance. I really like the role they're putting him in, too. Like, a lot.
Me too.
And then the other side, we have to talk about JT, which is kind of unfortunate. 16 carries, 76 yards. He got hurt. He re-aggravated his ankle. He got it re-taped up and went back in. I don't know. It just feels like a bust.
Yeah, week 1 you were happy with 27 points. You're like, all right, let's go. Like I had the number 1 draft or number 2 draft pick or whatever. Yeah, Jonathan Taylor, and then he comes out and drops 7 against Jacksonville. You start to worry a little bit, and then it's 12-2. He gets hurt, out 2 weeks, comes back, 50% of snaps, plays another game, gets banged up a little bit. It's like,
I
man, what
don't
do you
know.
do with
You hope. That's all you can do.
I was trying to buy him prior to him coming back, and I don't know if I would do that.
Not in redraft. I wouldn't buy him right now. So risky. Unless if you have 1 loss or 0 losses and you want to buy JT, I wouldn't blame you. I still don't think I would do it, but I wouldn't blame you. If you have some room
two
to
weeks
breathe, you
ago,
know?
I
Yeah, me
it's a totally
too.
different thing what 2 weeks
But to
does because
come
you
back
expected JT
out
to come
and
back and be.
re-injure his ankle in the first game. I know he came back and played, but it's like, man, I'm worried. I'm really, really worried. I hope that next week he comes out and balls out and I don't have to worry anymore. But it's New England next week, man, you know?
Yeah, down
Banged
the
up
stretch,
JT
right?
against New England. Ugh.
Just hoping for him to provide down the stretch. You used a high draft pick on him, and hopefully it didn't decimate your team. And if you put yourself into playoff contention, he's got some weak lineups.
What do you mean? Oh, weak matchups?
Yeah,
Yeah, he does, but
but it's
yeah, but he
scary.
gets Houston when the season's over. That kind of sucks last week of the season. Okay, well, I think we can kind of move on here. I think Naheem Hines is decent for PPR flex, and Deion Jackson is nothing but a handcuff for Taylor. So,
Yeah, if Taylor's rolled out, you can roll with Jackson. But other than that, he's just
all right, we got Terry McLaurin looking good with Taylor Heineke, man. 8 targets, 6 catches, 113 yards for Terry. 2 weeks in a row with 8 targets and over 15 fantasy points. Is Terry back?
yeah, I think so. We touched on it when Carson Wentz went down about how Heineke could be the guy for Terry McLaurin to make him more fantasy relevant.
I like that. Curtis Samuel getting his pandit around 5 targets. He also got 4 carries for 29 yards. He's going to continue to be flexible, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
Cool. And then on the other
I don't think he's
side,
going to
oh,
be as good with Heineke as he was with Wentz because Wentz just loved that man for whatever.
true. That's a good point. But, I mean, if he gets some carries, it could be decent. And also, Dotson coming back could change things, too, because no one else got any targets in this game, really, you know?
Yeah, it was Terry and
And we have no idea what to expect with Heineke and Dotson, so. I mean, Gibson got 7 targets, so that's something.
yeah, I
Do you
can see
think
that.
that Logan Thomas coming back could affect Antonio Gibson's target share? I don't know.
It
I think
it
Heineke threw
could.
it to Logan Thomas a lot too. Hmm. Only time will tell.
You would hope that it is their game plan to get Antonio Gibson the ball out in the flats, out in space like that, just because he's so good and elusive out there.
What about Paris
So,
Campbell? Is he back to earth now, or
I mean, 9 points again, only 2 targets. Did the most of what he can do with it, but I thought it was an anomaly to have 12 and 11 targets. I think he'll be more around 2 to 5.
would you rather have Alec Pierce or Paris Campbell?
Alec Pierce.
And then Michael Pittman's an every week start.
Yeah.
And I think after that we can move on to the Giants and the Hawks. Gino looking decent, man. 2 touchdowns for Gino, but I think what we really should start off talking about with this game is DK Metcalf a human or what's going on with him, man?
Yeah, I didn't put him on my lineup
Me
because,
either.
like we were talking about, you don't usually like to start people that are suspected to be out a couple weeks and then decide to play. Like I at best thought they would use him as a decoy, as something.
I
DK
was
Metcalf
so
definitely a
scared. Yeah.
fucking decoy.
He appeared to be headed for a potentially lengthy absence after he was carted off the field last week with a knee injury, but instead he just played and got 10 targets this week and scored a touchdown somehow.
Yeah, he is
I
all that is man.
yeah, start him up and Lockett with 8 targets too. I think they're both startable, as usual. And then Kenny Walker, he's a must start. Geno Smith, I think you can put him in there, especially in 2 quarterback leagues. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Geno Smith has been a real help to a lot of people this season. It
Surprising.
surprises me
What happened to your boy Dirty Dan?
when you said first we're gonna start talking about that. You was gonna say Daniel Jones,
Oh.
and my heart hurt the whole time.
But then you were so
Um,
happy because it was the other. It was
yeah,
the
DK
complete
Metcalf.
opposite
I
of
love
that.
that. I love that guy. Yeah.
Was one of your good players
But
playing good instead of one of your players playing bad?
yeah, I told everyone to start Daniel Jones, and I was wrong this week, but that's fine. I suffered probably more than anybody,
Nobody started Daniel Jones more than you.
so at least I'm a man of my word because I am 0 for 14 this week in fantasy
Oh
football.
god,
It pains me to
dude,
say, but
it is crazy because you're doing really good, like every league too.
oh yeah, I mean it's not gonna hopefully like this
Weren't
one
you
week
5
I
and 0 in
barely
all
scored
3
it.
of our major leagues?
Yeah,
You're
it started
15
off
and 0, I think.
wonderful
Yeah,
for me.
in those 3 leagues.
Yeah, so I could just take a 0 and 14 on the chin, you know.
Yeah, it's easier to take it when all of your teams are like freaking 5 and 2 now. So.
Yeah, and you're not 3 and 4 like needing a win like
All
I would be in
right,
a totally different if
that
I'm
was
like
me and
moving
Bot
3 and
heads.
5 and
My team
yeah.
popped off though, so I was happy with it.
Yeah, different situation. So maybe I got all my losses out of the way for the rest of the year. All 14 of them just gone, right? Is that how fantasy football works?
But the good news is Daniel Jones 6 rushes, so we can still say he's had at least 6 rushing attempts every game this season.
Yes, he is, and he's going into bye week, gonna think about what he's done to me, and come back and destroy Houston,
In
and then he
Detroit.
gets Detroit.
So don't let go of Danny.
Oh yeah, start him week 10.
Saquon looks good, as in fantasy good. 20 carries, 53 yards, not so good, but 15 fantasy points. We take those, and we're starting them every week. And then Wandale Robinson's a little disappointing. I'm not gonna lie. How about Richie James? -6 points. Oh, he fumbled 2 kickoffs, didn't he? Or 2 punts, I mean.
Lost both of
And he
them.
got a concussion. What a horrible day for Richie James. Oh my
Did he get
goodness.
the concussion before or after he fumbled both of the?
I just Wandale Robinson, super disappointing with only 3 targets going into the bye, but I think you have to hold on to him. His potential is there, you know.
Yeah, it's just a rough day for the passing attack from the Giants.
Would you
I
cut
would just
cut Wandale Robinson?
no, I would hold on to
I'd
them.
hold him through the
Like I
bye
said,
too.
they got a bye and then 2 easy matchups where I think Daniel Jones is like good enough to produce a wide receiver.
Any interest in Slayton?
Not really, no.